If you absolutely lost everything, if you got booted from your company and you had to come back with nothing, what would you do? We're going to answer that and a whole lot more all on today's show. Your mind is a beautiful thing, but if left unattended, it can get ugly real quick. If you're not constantly curious on a daily basis, then your surroundings will dictate your daily thoughts, habits, behaviors, and actions. This show has only one goal, to leave your mind as when you arrived. Welcome to the Beautiful Mind Show. What is going on, guys? It's Jason Everett, and welcome to today's Beautiful Mind Show. On the show today, I am beyond excited to have this hang out with him. This guy's smile is tremendous. His heart is huge, and his goals are even bigger. And I hope that you will learn a lot from him today. Please, Rob Nixon. What's going on, Rob?
Hey, great to be here, coming in from Australia.
Dude, glad to have you on. Really pumped to have you here. And I see you're in your private little golf clubhouse down there, your own little private golf course. Tell me about that, because I think, speaking of amazing goals, that's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, so we bought this property 4 years ago, and the front yard was vacant, right, other than some trees.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, I thought, that is a golf course. And being a golf nut, I decided to, about 4 years ago, I'm going to build a golf course here. And so the first thing I did was, one of the rules was I had to do it for cash.
Yeah.
And I got a 3D image of the golf course and the clubhouse that I was going to build. And then we thought, okay, we can't afford to do it right now. So we got spray paint the clubhouse on the lawn, even put furniture on the deck, right? It wasn't a deck, it was a lawn. And then when I could afford to do it, I decided I'm going to build this thing. So I've built, well, Golf Digest did an article on it last year, and they said this is the world's best backyard golf course. So
I love it.
I've got a golf course, I've got a clubhouse, I've got a driving range, I've got merchandise, and 135 members of my private golf course.
So good, dude. So glad. And dude, that's just awesome, because I think it's a test about rebuilding and growing and doing things. And I just think you think a lot differently than other people. And if you guys are starting to see that already, would you do me a favor and in the comments section, say, I see it, because not most people see a golf course on a blank slate of land and then start spray painting it out until it becomes a reality. I love what you said, Rob, is you paid for it in cash. I remember as you were building stuff out, I was watching you as you're like, all right, I got enough to put in, this hole, or put in the driving range. And then you put you've got water features, you got all this stuff there. And I remember as you were making sales, you were building out section after section after section. And all of your goals had to do with building out pieces of your course, right?
I think the front yard owes me 500 grand.
Love it. I love it, dude. So good. So let's chat about this. I know that you work directly with accountants, but the principles that you teach are good for anyone. And I want to talk specifically about kind of how you do this, because I think you said it this way. You didn't make a company exit from a very large company. You were exited, I believe, is how you phrase that. Tell me about this, because, dude, it's one thing to be able to build your own golf course in your backyard. It's another to say, hey, I know you built this company, but we should part ways. Can you talk to me about some of this, where you way back to that for a second?
Yeah, so my clients are accounting firms. They have been since 1994. So it's at 27 years at the moment. Variety of one job in there and a variety of businesses. And a number of years back, I decided to turn a coaching business into a tech business. So all online, SaaS business, which we did, raised 12 million in investor funds, mainly from my client base. And of course, that comes with governance. That comes with, board of directors. We're in technical terms, an unlisted public company. And that meant that my role changed and I put a CEO in place. Anyway, long story short, the CEO and I didn't see eye to eye. We had a fight at the board level. I told them where to F off and they told me where to F off, right? So
sounds like a good, solid option.
Yeah. So there's a whole book in this whole story, but I'll keep it to a couple of minutes. But so essentially I was kicked out of my own company, which I still own 35% with my wife, by the way.
Wow.
And kicked out, and all of my business assets were locked up, right? I could not access any business asset out of that. So 3 years ago, just gone 3 years ago, I decided, all right, well, I've been kicked out, and it was a month of anger, the swearing. Man, I've never sworn so much in my life.
Yeah, I think venting is helpful. If you like to vent, do me a favor and comment vent in there, because I can feel you on that one, Rob.
But then one day I woke up after a lot of venting, and I thought, you know what? I can't lose here. And this is, I think, a mindset thing. I thought, okay, well, they've kicked me out, and if they make a go of it, I still own 35% with my wife. I'll get something out of it, right?
Sure.
So I can't lose that.
Yeah.
If they decide to bring me back, then I'll have my wicked way with it. I can't lose. If it goes broke, then I might buy some of the assets. I can't lose. And the fourth thing I realized, well, if I just keep my nose clean for my 1 year global restraint, I had a 1 year global restraint.
That was your non-compete, was the 1 year?
Yeah.
I like the global restraint. That sounds much more official.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. As long as I do what I want to do under that legally, then I can't lose either. So it was like a wake-up moment. I thought, right, I can only win by rebuilding. And the key thing was I had what not many people had, and that was a complete blank sheet of paper.
Yeah.
Often when we're trying to rebuild a business, you've got baggage, right? You've got clients, you've got systems, you've got people, you've got offices, you've got process. Yeah. And you're trying to tweak it. All that was taken away. As my wife said, all of your crap was unraveled in one go, right? And so the first thing I did was I asked myself 5 very big questions. Blank sheet of paper, write them down.
Yeah.
Number 1, what do I want my business life to look like? I've been working my tail off for years. Here's an opportunity to change. How do I want my professional life to look? Question 2, and these were in order.
Yeah, I got them right down.
What do I want my numbers to be? So what, profit, revenue, worked hours, number of clients. I knew my clients would be accounting firms because that's what I know. But, what sort of clients? Well, sorry, how much work did I want to do? How much did I want them to pay? Question 3. What products and services do I want to deliver? And over my career, I've delivered about 20 different products or services to the one market. And I've worked in 18 countries, Jason. So, I've worked all over the world with accountants. There's been training, coaching, consulting, software, DVD in a box, conferences, seminars, webinars, you name it. I deliver it in the information space. And so answer the question, what do I want to deliver? Then question 4, what do I want my culture or team to be? And one of the rules there was I didn't want an office ever again. And that's why the clubhouse was built. I work here, but anyone I've got is dispersed, remote. And then question 5 was, well, okay, who's going to be the client? And I was very strict on the type and style of client. So this is business by design. Business by design starts with the owner. The owner takes all the risks, signs the papers, your credit card, your line of credit. You're the one that gets sued.
Yeah, you're the
last. You're on the hook, right? So shouldn't, this is my theory, my thinking, shouldn't the design of the business favor the owner of the business? So what do I want business life? What do I want my numbers to be? What do I want to sell and deliver? How do I want my culture to be? And then who's going to pay for all that? Who's going to be the ideal client? So business by design goes 1 through 5. Business by default goes 5 through 1.
As in reverse order the questions.
Yeah. So business by default is I've got these clients and more clients turn up. Oh, I need to hire some more people. Oh man, I've got to react to this and deliver that. Geez, my numbers suck and life for me isn't great. So I purposely set out with this blank sheet of paper to change that, to say, I'm the number one benefactor here, not like, I don't know who said it. Customer's always right. Customer comes first. No, I come
Right.
first. Unless I'm served well,
Yeah.
I can't serve the customer, the client. So, yeah,
Right.
so I did that and, you know, dusted myself off and started with those. And the answers to the questions were the business rules.
Right.
That-
How you
that-
started establishing, because I mean, you've gone from completely getting wiped out of that to, I mean, I don't know what you can share, Rob, but like, I mean, you're doing a lot. I mean, you went up significantly in a very short window of time from that complete, almost total wipeout.
Yeah, so once I got started, I sold 7 figures. You know,
$1 million bucks a month.
I turned away 7 figures of revenue because of my non-compete. So I had to turn away over $1 million in revenue as well. That hurts. As a sales guy, that hurts, right?
Totally.
So, but I was living up to my restraint and grew it from there. But
Wow.
just on effort, you know, month 1, I did 89 sales meetings personally, you know, in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't advise you do that. It's a lot of work, right?
Totally.
But it was all built around, I'm building this small number of customers, clients, high value per client, lifestyle business that can produce cash.
Yeah, and I think this is really important. You said it really well. You said lifestyle business, and Rob, you kind of talked about this. We were talking about this. How many days a week do you work right now?
It's about in hours, 10 to 12 hours a week on average.
So you're 10 to 12 hours, basically 2 days a week. You're making millions of dollars, and you have a lot of fun, crazy, good stuff that's going on in your life. I mean, like you said, you're building out the golf course. I know I see your hats behind you, which tell me about the hats again. Tell me what the goal is behind you, because this is something interesting.
Yeah, so the wall of
yeah.
See if I'll get a pointer on
I like
other way. That's on that side. That's the top 100 golf courses in the world.
Nice.
On this side is the top 100 in Australia.
Nice.
And so as I play the World 100, I get a hat and stick it on the hook, right?
Nice.
And I've been told there's only 49 people in the world who've played the World 100 and the current World 100. It's really difficult to do. But I met a guy who can help me do it. So I'm going to do that. COVID sort of put a stop to proceedings. But,
something about not being able to get off that island in Australia probably slowed you down a little bit.
We'll get back on track. But that to me, because I'm in the clubhouse every day for entertainment purposes or work or whatever, that's a visual goal setting thing for me.
I like it.
Because that's my, you know, other than to play off scratch, you know, I'm a 7 marker right now for golf. Other than play off scratch, my other 2 goals are the top 100 in Australia, top 100 in the world, right? So, and it's about a 10-year process to do. I met a lady in Los Angeles at Riviera. She did it in 3.5 years full time, right?
Woo! Full time, 3.5 years it took her to do it.
Yep, and it's hard to do. So, so that's a visual goal setting thing.
Yeah, I like it. So talk to me about. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to wrap something. I've always wanted to build a business to sell it, and the tech company was that plan. I'm having more fun, more lifestyle, more enjoyment. Yeah, the test is the last 3 years. My wife says, I've never seen you so happy in the last 3 years, right? That's the test.
Yeah.
That's the test.
Yeah,
so,
totally.
So I'm not building a business to sell.
You're building a business to live.
Well, and to invest, you know, to use the cash to invest in other things that can be sold in the future.
I like it. Well, Rob, I know you've got an amazing goal setting process. I also want to talk about a book that you've got that I think would be helpful for other people to be aware of and how you use that book. But I got to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 45 seconds. And we come back. Let's chat about goal setting. Let's chat about your notebook. Let's do that. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Stick around. Would you like to have an even more beautiful mind? Well, we'd like you to have one, and we actually created a 7-day Beautiful Minds Challenge, which is a little bit of a choose your own adventure challenge for just 7 days, and I really think you can do anything for 7 days. It's definitely not easy, but it will be simple for you to get access to it. All you have to do is comment anywhere on this video or send me a message on social media that says 7-day, and I'll send you immediate access to not only our Beautiful Minds Facebook group, but also our Beautiful Minds Challenge, where you can go through 3 different areas: your mental health, your emotional health, and your physical health, and get challenges in each of those areas that'll help you get a handle on each of those areas inside your life to give you more control over what you want to do every single day. So do me a favor, comment 7-day or send me a message on any social media, and I'll make sure I give you access to our exclusive community group as well as access to the challenge. Thanks so much, and now back to the show. So we're chatting with my homie, Rob Nixon, all the way from Australia. Dude, so good to have you on today. You were just telling us about your top 100 golf courses in the world back there. The hats is your big visual goal. I know you're a big time goal setter. And again, we were talking about the clubhouse and you setting goals to, like, you know, build out certain aspects of it. But you have a really interesting process for setting goals in the first place. Can we talk about how you set goals and then how you celebrate when you achieve things?
Yeah. So first of all, every December I buy this little notebook.
Love it.
From Smythson in London. It's a blank notebook, leather bound. I get my name on it, I get the year on it. And this is process, right? So then what I do is I go to the back of this year's, ready for next year's book, and handwrite my bucket list in the back of the book, right? That's the first
like
thing.
A whole page of just the stuff you want to knock out.
134 lines, right?
Nice.
Of experiences, things, challenges, whatever, right? And it gets added to and knocked off every single year. And then at the back, I'll put in, like, the next piece is going to be my every habits. So every day I get to, every week I get to, every month I get to, every year I get to. So all handwritten. Then I rewrite key beliefs, actions, and habits. So, which is my state, effectively, what I believe in. Change them as appropriate, rewrite them. My energy and focus state in the back, you know, how I want to be and show up. What's important to me, another page of that. Things I enjoy doing. And then personal values, and then business hedgehog at the back, right? So that's all at the back of the book. And then
what's business hedgehog? You got my attention.
So hedgehog is a Jim Collins thing, which is what am I passionate about? What am I the best in the world at? And what drives my economic engine? So answering those 3 key questions, that came out in Good to Great, I believe, 20 years ago. And so just to refocus, so I do this just before, and I must get this done before midnight, December 31. It has to be done before the end of the year, right?
Got it.
And then I go to the front of the book and say, righto, what are going to be my goals for this year? And I'll include bucket list goals. I'll include revenue, profit, you know, other achievement goals, and so on. Next, I'll do a page on increasing income for this year. Then what's my wealth creation plan for this year? What's my lifestyle improvement plan for this year? So a page on each. Then I do a year in review. So I do a summary of the year over 2 pages. And then I write a statement of intent for the new year coming up. So the statement of, business intent, personal intent, family intent, wealth intent, lifestyle intent are the categories. I just write some bullet points, how I want to be this year. And then I get busy taking notes. So the objective here is I've got this on me at all times. I'm ticking off, I'm writing important notes, I'm setting goals. I've like the visual one, for example, the hats. And this little thing is, in Australian dollars, is like $500. It's probably the most expensive notepad with nothing in it. But it's important. It's really important. It's a process I've been doing for a long, long time. You know, achieving, because at the end of the day, a life well lived is you know, one that you say, we did this, we did that, and it was pretty cool, and we achieved this, and we did that, whatever it is, rather than just we did nothing.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, you know, I'm a big fan of achieving, creating some giant bucket lists and knocking them out. Why do you think, Rob, so many people don't live a bigger life, or like they let something like what you experienced where you were just kicked out of a company? Like, why do you think so many people let that cripple them and just stop them? Because I think there's people who one person tells them you shouldn't do this anymore and then they're out. Like, it doesn't take very much to set people off. Why do you think that is in your mind?
I think it's two words, scarcity versus abundance. I think that most people have a scarcity mindset rather than an abundance mindset. And that mentality holds them back. We live in a world of abundance. I was fortunate, Jason, like I'm 51 now. I was fortunate that at the age of 17, I got into personal development and business development material, right? So for 34 years, I've been reading, I've been listening, I've been attending, I've been viewing, I've been listening to the best. And that sort of, that rubs off on you after a while, that, anything's possible. And where most people still live in this little tiny bubble of their own world and scared of stepping out of their comfort zone, scared of taking that leap to a better job, a better business, a better relationship, right? Holding on to a relationship, or scared of losing a client or firing a client, and that scarcity, it's all about being scared, is holding people back versus, man, it's a big wide world and we can do business anywhere, and, we can employ people anywhere, and we can do whatever we want. We look at that bucket list, there's only just three things that you need to achieve, I believe, to achieve your lifelong goals or bucket list, right? Just three. It's time, money, and network.
Yep. Truth.
And that's it, right? So you need time to go and do that trip or whatever that experience is. You got to pay to whatever the ticket price is. And you may need to connect with someone to say, can you get me on that golf course? Right. Someone just sent me an email who I'm connected to in the States with some photographs of Pine Valley, ultra private course in New Jersey. And he's on once I get back to the States, he's on my list to get me on Pine Valley because he can get there.
Yeah, because to your point is that unless you have that network, you're not going to make that happen, right? Yeah. I mean, there are certain things. I mean, Rob, you have some of the coolest stuff on your just like random list. Like I know you got your Virgin Galactic, like you have your Virgin Galactic card on you by any chance?
Oh, the card, sure. I'll get it
out. Dude, let me see this thing. Check this out. What is this? Talk to me about Virgin Galactic, my friend.
So Virgin Galactic is suborbital space trip. For my 40th birthday, my wife bought me a trip into space. The best birthday present ever. This is the ticket. I don't know whether you can see it or not.
Yeah, close enough. I can see it. Dude.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I get street cred just from saying I know a guy who's got a ticket on the first ever Virgin Galactic flight. I mean, dude, that's a big deal. But I love that your whole ethos of how you operate and what you do on a regular basis, Rob, is all about like the fun of it, the enjoyment of it, but the achievement of it happens like almost as a byproduct. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And
look,
I just
it starts with attitude. I know when I've wanted to learn things, I've just hunted down the best in the world. Who's done this before can help me.
Yeah.
Where are they? Can I jump on a phone call, an email, or a flight and or a Zoom call and get to know? Because someone out there has done what we want to do.
Yeah.
So let's find that, back to the network, right? Let's find that person, that group, that company that can help us do that.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, well, that's it, right? I mean, especially on these bucket list items, you take a guide. You go find a guide who's already done it 100 times, and you're like, dude, show me what you've done for your whole life that you've dedicated towards just doing this, and show me how to do it. And the learning curve becomes instantaneous. So, dude, Rob, this has been super, super good. I mean, look, if you've been watching this and you got some value, do me a favor and comment value in the comment section. Because every time I hang out with you, Rob, I just feel like my brain expands. I become a better person. And I'm always super grateful to you for sharing. I mean, I have like 4 pages of notes as I was interviewing you on this. I'm like, oh, that's a really good question. That's a really good thought. And I love it, man, because you're so generous with your time. I mean, I think the first time we hung out, you were like, I'll show you how to make another $2 million. Let's just hang out for a few minutes and talk about it. And I'm taking notes feverishly. I'm recording everything you said. And I just think that, dude, you are truly one of those people who, as you received abundance, you shared it with others. And I really hope that you guys, as you're watching with Rob today, you got it. And if for some reason you're watching this and you run an accounting firm, you want to grow, you want to work with the best in the industry, Rob Nixon's your guy. I think you go to robnixon.com to get more information on Rob and what he does for accounting firms. But Rob, you've just shared tons of gold with us today. If you could share one thing that would help people get out of their comfort zone and get out of that scarcity and move into abundance, what would you say? What would be the one thing for you to help somebody take that action they haven't taken?
Well, it's just that. It's taking some action. You know, it's a bit like a friend of mine in an entrepreneurs forum I'm in, he's talking about leaving his business partner. And his question was, when should I do that? And I said, well, it's like a Band-Aid, man. If you're thinking about this and you know it's the right thing to do, just get on with it and take the Band-Aid off fast.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're all going to live, but, you know, I think my monk, I've got many coaches. One of mine is an ex-monk. And he said to me one day, he said, people live like they're going to live forever. You know, we're not going to live forever. Yeah.
Truth.
We haven't solved that bit yet, right? So my monk coach, Dan Depani, who I love dearly, he said, we need to live like we're not going to live forever. Yeah. So there you go. That's it.
Dude,
that's all I got.
I love it. Take some action. Live like you may not be here tomorrow. Set some crazy goals. Maybe it's a hat wall. Maybe it's a quick ticket on the Virgin Galactic first flight, whatever it is for you. Put that bucket list together. Dude, I love this. I want to know that you sell these journals soon, Rob, because I think they'd be tremendous. I just appreciate you sharing your whole freaking formula for me, man. Seriously, that was super good. Thanks for taking the time. I appreciate you. Guys, if you got a lot of value out today, do me a favor and say thank you, Rob, in the comments. And that's a wrap for today's Beautiful Mind Show. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate you, man.
Man, cool.
Thanks for joining us on today's show. If you want to get access to our 7-day Beautiful Minds Challenge, you can either comment below and just say 7-day, and I'll shoot you the information so you can get immediate access to that, or find me on any social media and just send me the message 7-day, and I'll make sure I get that out to you right away. And if you really enjoyed today's show, it would do me a huge favor if you went online, whether it was Spotify, Pandora, or iTunes, or any sort of podcast platform that you can find us on, and search for The Beautiful Mind Show, subscribe to our channel, and then make sure you give us a rating. Every time you give us a rating, it helps us get more eyeballs on our show and help more people have a more beautiful mind. Thanks again for joining us.